Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Myself, Shagnik Das, and today I present my assignment on pharmacology and pharmacotherapeutics of carminatives. Now, what is carminatives? Carminatives are the herb or preparation that are intended to either prevent the formation of the gas in the gastrointestinal tract or they facilitate the expulsion of the gas and thereby combating the flatulence. And they are mostly volatile oils which are extracted from the vegetables. They can soothe or settle the gut wall and easing the gripping pain and helping in the removal of the gas and thus they help in the digestive tract to remove the gas and they may be locally anti-inflammatory, may be locally antispasmodic or mildly antimicrobial, and thus they help in the alimentary tract to remove the gas and protect the alimentary tract. Now classification. Carminatives are mostly classified based on their chemical properties and second based on their secondary function. Now based on chemical properties, they are like compounds which contain volatile oils like aniseed and anise or ginger. Like some compounds which are like volatile anesthetics like ether and chloroform. Some may be pure volatile oils which include serpentine oil or peppermint oil. Some includes like substances which obtained from the volatile oil like camphor or menthol. And other volatile compounds are alcohol and miscellaneous are simethicone and in simethicone can reduce the surface tension of the gas bubbles and thus they can prevent the flatulence. Now, based on secondary function, they can be divided as anticatarrhal, and example is garlic or peppermint. Then some are as a cholagogue like garlic and wormwood. Some as diuretic like angelica and mustard. Some as anti-inflammatory like wintergreen and wormwood. Some as astringents like hops and sage, and some as tonic like garlic and wormwood, and some as hypertensive like balm and garlic. Then mechanism and action. In this, the carminatives increase the gastric emptying and mildly irritating the gastric mucosa. They tend to relax the GI tract, then particularly the cardiac sphincter of the stomach, and it is for 30 minutes. And so that the peristalsis is increased and thereby the relieving the cramping and expulsion of the gas. Now digestion improved. In mostly four ways they can improve the digestion. This includes like modulate the intestinal contraction. In here they reduce the force of the intestinal contraction. Like they reduce the surface tension within the intestine. Here small bubbles are formed into large gas water bubbles, and they can stimulate the bile flow. And here also they can also do anti-foaming action in which they lower the content of the carbon dioxide bubbles which are created by the gut bacteria. Then carminatives. Here some carminative compounds are described like anise, which is source is a dried ripe seed of the Pimpinella anisum, and which may be in form of powder or in form of oil. And in dog it is a 0.6 to 2 gram, and in horse is we have to give 30 to 60 gram. Like camphor, another is like camphor as which is a solid volatile oil and which is obtained from synthetically powdered form of Cinnamomum camphorum. And like cardamom, which is a dried ripe seed of Elteria cardamomum, which is also in powder or tincture form. Some are like camphor, then asafoetida, which is oleogum resin, which is collected from the rhizome and root of the Ferula fetida and Ferula asphetida, and it is also in the powder form or tincture form, and it is also in dog we can give as 0.9 to 0.2 gram, and in horse and cattle in 15 to 30 gram. Like that also there is a caraway powder, and which is also source is ripe dried fruits of caram cervi, and it is also in powder or oil form, and in a dog and a horse we can give it in a different amount. Now some carminative compounds or spices. In first picture we get carminative spices, and in second picture it is the turpentine oil. Now in first picture here it is the peppermint, and in the second picture it is the camphor. Then clinical use. There are many clinical use of the carminatives. It includes like they relieve the symptom of nausea. It is mostly by anise seed or ginger. They help in diuresis. Then they help in constipation. They relieve stress. But mostly they you mostly used in irritable bowel syndrome, which is also called IBS, and it is mostly by the peppermint oil. They also act as chemo protected mainly by the antioxidant of the peppermint's dosage function. They are somewhat antimicrobial also, which is mostly by the sweet fennel, and they also used in constipation also. Then contraindication. Yes, there are various contraindications in the use of the carminatives, and this includes like individuals can be easily prone to heartburn or GERD. GERD is also called as gastroesophageal reflux disease. And ginger should be avoided if anyone is undergoing any surgery, because the ginger has the blood thinning properties, and it also can lower the esophageal sphincter, and it's become relaxed. The esophageal sphincter become relaxed, and it remains open for a period of time, which may cause the GERD, or which may associated with the GERD or heartburn. Then acknowledgement. Then thank you, Dr. Shoman Kantipal sir and Dr. Vinita ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to present the assignment. And I am also thankful to all the sources by which I can record, or I can collect the informations. And the references. These are some references which from which I can collect some informations. And then thank you so much.